Finding honest, Native-centered news is not easy. But with your support, we're able to provide accurate information about Standing Rock, Line 3, treaty violations, and COVID-19 in our Native communities. Please visit Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon and donate if you can. That's Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon. Pinigigi, and thank you for your support.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Time is running out to see Matrilineal Memory by hobby artist Michaela Schaefer at All My Relations Arts in Minneapolis. This moving exhibition of painting, poetry, and installation art explores memory's fragility and strength, honoring stories passed through generations. The show closes December 13th, so don't miss your chance to experience this transformative work. Visit All My Relations Arts before it's gone. Learn more about exhibition hours and events at allmyrelationsarts.org.
MNsure is a proud supporter of Native Roots Radio. Looking for health insurance but not sure where to start? MNsure has you covered. You can find discounts, compare private health plans, and see if you qualify for free or low-cost insurance plans. Plus, get help from an expert so you can save on the coverage you need. Enroll online by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Get started today at mnsure.org. That's mnsure.org.
A reminder to anyone who rides Metro buses. That means the A, B, C, D, gold, orange, or red lines. Remember to pay your fare before you get on. Either buy a ticket at your station's ticket machine, tap your go-to card, or pass to the reader at the station, or activate a ticket on the Metro Transit app. Have your proof of payment ready to show to trip agents if asked, or risk getting a citation. Thanks for riding with Metro Transit. Again, that's Metro Transit.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilio. Tonight, a chance of snow with a low of 14, then Wednesday clearing with a high of 17. We can't keep progressive radio on the air in the Twin Cities without your help. Head over to am950radio.com today if you are able, and please make a donation. As a thank you, we'll send you the 6th annual AM 950 calendar featuring Matt McNeil's photography. That's am950radio.com.
Portions of Native Roots Radio may be pre-recorded.
It's a good day to be indigenous.
Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Couldn't cut, hit me cut again.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake.
Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Kadagi to all my friends and relatives in 4 directions. You are listening to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events, and as you know, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that listens to the show and comes up to me and says, ahoo, a big ahoo. I just want to give you guys a big shout out. Hey, today we're going to have Robert Blake on, and we're going to talk about the Solar Bear with the Solar News and a little sports because I'm very depressed about this Minnesota team. But good on you, Packers, and all our friends listening on civic media across Turtle Island here. And of course, we're based here out of the Twin Cities in AM 950. Hey, we're going to have our friend Suzanne Nash, who's going to talk about Indigi-baby food and really important things. And they got it going on. And also Natalie with some updates here, what's happening at the Minneapolis American Indian Center. So we're really excited. Jam-packed show. And I just want to remind everybody out there listening and watching, we are on YouTube, Facebook, and Blue Sky and X. And if you want to check us out, say hello and all those good things. I also want to mention that Native Roots Trading Post is at Dayton's Again, this is our 5th year. Come on down and buy some native swag for your friends and for Christmas. And there's wild rice down there, and there's art. Also, Southdale, as you know, and I'll remind you if you don't know, is that Wendy has her art down there, and we're really pleased to talk about that. She has her original art and their prints, smaller prints, cards, and there's wild rice too. Southdale Mall in Minneapolis. It's in Edina. Oh, and Edina and Southdale, that's the first mall that ever came about in the United States. So that's always a interesting little tidbit that we like to bring up here. Also, I want to talk about before we get our guests on. I want to talk about A Christmas in Ochapi, and that's by New Native Theater, and it starts the 3rd and goes to the 21st. And the 3rd, which is I believe tomorrow, at 7 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday, and then Sunday they have it at the 2 p.m. And our daughter, Wendy, and our daughter Jaleesa is one of the people in this play starring, and it's just a little synopsis about it. This December, join New Native Theater for a festive trip to the Florida Everglades with A Christmas in Ochapi. Expect fry bread, family feuds, and one unforgettable gator. Celebrate this season with a Res Christmas twist. So we're really excited to see that, and it's going to be a biannual play. We saw it a couple of years ago, and we went and saw it a bunch of times. Just really exciting things. So again, Christmas in Ochapi, and it's December 3rd it starts, and it's at 825 Arts, 825 University Avenue West in St. Paul, Minnesota, 55104. Hey, let's bring our friend Robert Blake on. And Robert, great to see you. Thanks for stopping in. You're always so busy. It's just great to see you. Thanks so much for stopping in and gracing your presence here on our beautiful people here on Native Roots Radio.
Hey, Robert, how you doing?
Hanging in there. I had a great time. Missed you this weekend, but understand the weather and all that. And I just had a great time with Smoke Signals and Dr. Evan Adams, and we had a good time. You were missed.
Oh, wow. That is really cool, Robert. That is he such a fine actor and representation of our peeps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Such a cool guy. And that film is a classic, right? I think that has to be up there with the all-time greatest Native American movies.
Right. Well, too, it was the first movie that was written, directed, produced, and starred Native Americans ever, and that's a beautiful thing, a groundbreaking thing.
Right. I mean, honestly, the breakthrough of that movie. I mean, and it was a really interesting kind of time too when it came out, right? And it really launched I don't know if it launched all their careers, but it had the main Native people in there, and so that was really cool. And I remember when all of those movies were having castings here in the Twin Cities. There was the Smoke Signals. There was Chris Erie was here in town.
Yeah.
He and I just remember all that back then, and the opportunities that people trying to get to be extras and stuff like that. It was really cool. So really exciting for him to come into town to visit Minneapolis. And obviously, Robert, you're one of the staples of the community here with the Native Roots Radio. And so that was really cool that you guys were able to spend time together.
Yeah, and we hung out at Owamni with the family. One of the things too, before we get in the news here, I just want to remind everyone, it's they won the Audience Award and Filmmakers Trophy in 1998 Sundance Film Festival Independent Spirit Award for Best Debut Performance for Evan Adams, and a special recognitions for the excellence from the National Board of Review. And in 2018, the U.S. Library of Congress inducted the movie into the National Film Registry for its cultural significance. And man, it was, and that this movie really, really holds up, to this day. And we all have relatives and people and things like that that really resonate with all communities, not just the Native community.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Robert. And that was really cool. Has he been able to? He's been in some other stuff too, right? I mean, he's.
Oh yeah, he's been in 100 TV shows and films. He's also a doctor, which is he was going to med school when Smoke Signals was shot, and just started med school, and now he's at the verge, 59 years old, retiring as a doctor.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Man, that is really cool that that he was in town. Oh man, boy, now I'm really bummed out that I missed this on Saturday.
Oh, I didn't mean to rub it in, but it's a good thing to talk about, and people that haven't seen, and even our friend Patrick here at the Mother Station producing the show and running the board, he saw it in film school in high school, and it was funny. There was so many people that did mention that they saw it in school, and in whatever era that they went to school. So it's mind blowing.
So I got to tell you a quick, when I went to Haskell, I was in school with a couple of actors that were in Last of the Mohicans, Geronimo. They were extras. And so was able to be around those guys and hear some of their stories and stuff. And that was really cool. So, yeah. And
then you're an actor too, and you're starting to act again. You were just in a play recently that you didn't tell me about, so I couldn't go see.
I'm a fellow thespian, Robert. That's what we like to say. I'm also the key grip. Grip for Native Roots Radio.
That's right. Whenever we travel to Iowa, you are the key grip, and we'll get you that sign again. And we rocked it, and I still a little resentful for you. We had those resist shirts we were handing out, and you handed it out to somebody that we were resisting. So it was kind of weird. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and we're going to take a quick break. We're here with Bob Blake from Red Lake. Ho!
If you're in need of food resources, Hennepin County is here to help. Food shelves near you are ready with fresh, nutritious food. SNAP remains open. You can continue applying for benefits. If you are expecting or have children ages 0 to 5, WIC can provide even more support. Get connected to free or low-cost food resources near you at hennepin.us/food-help. Again, that address is hennepin.us/food-help.
Time is running out to see Matrilineal Memory by hobby artist Michaela Schaefer at All My Relations Arts in Minneapolis. This moving exhibition of painting, poetry, and installation art explores memory's fragility and strength, honoring stories passed through generations. The show closes December 13th, so don't miss your chance to experience this transformative work. Visit All My Relations Arts before it's gone. Learn more about exhibition hours and events at allmyrelationsarts.org.
MNsure is a proud supporter of Native Roots Radio. Looking for health insurance but not sure where to start? MNsure has you covered. You can find discounts, compare private health plans, and see if you qualify for free or low-cost insurance plans. Plus, get help from an expert so you can save on the coverage you need. Enroll online by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Get started today at mnsure.org. That's mnsure.org.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis Air dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis Air on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
I'm Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and I want to be your next United States Senator, and you are listening to Native Roots Radio.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio Presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. I am Robert Pilot, and we are here with Robert Blake, and what we like to say Bob Blake from Red Lake, but he's the solar bear with the solar news and sports, and I don't know how much we're going to get into the sports here in this last segment with you, Bob, but we got the Timberwolves to talk about. Oh, oh, you're muted, Bob.
Whoops, there you go. Sorry about that. Yeah, everyone, I'll do a couple quick stories here on the solar news, and I'll do some sports here. First story here, Robert, is coming out of Colorado, and it's about the gas utility in Colorado. And Colorado is mandating ambitious emission cuts for its gas utilities. And I'll tell you why this is important, Robert, because, you know, when we talk about electricity, right, we're usually talking about coal-fired plants, nuclear, right? I think kind of sometimes what goes underneath the radar is natural gas and gas, which people use to their gas-fired stoves. Well, statistics, are showing that it's very detrimental to our health and to, everyone's breathing abilities, right? Because what happens in a lot of these gas pipes is they become old, they become corroded, and they start to leak, right, into the building. So if you ever walked into like some of these old buildings, Robert, you kind of smell that gas, kind of that faint, like, yeah. And that is getting into people's lungs. It's causing, breathing problems. And so this is really good that Colorado is doing this and taking action like this. And I think that this could be actually a blueprint for the rest of the country to look at and probably follow, right? And so I know we all like to cook our food with gas. But, there's, this is just one of those things that, I think, if we can reduce the carbon emissions, and especially, protect people's health, I think this is a good thing. So really interesting, 41% emissions cut by 2035. This is very ambitious, Robert, but I think is really needed right now. So kudos to Colorado and state of Minnesota. I hope you're listening because this would be really cool. Another one that's coming out of Ohio is First Energy seeks looser reliability rules as outages grow more common. And so what's happening, Robert, in Ohio is there's a lot of electricity outages right now. And, that state has been traditionally like a Republican state, right? And so they have been against renewable energy. And so there's a lot of clean advocates out in Ohio that are arguing to the state of Ohio saying, hey, we want renewable energy. We want to be able to have reliable energy. Businesses, the economic output that this disrupts in the state of Ohio has really become front and center there around these arguments. So good luck to those advocates out there in Ohio. But I think, Robert, as you see this winter become more and more cold and we start seeing different types of outages happening across the country, I think you're going to start seeing different advocates from different parts of the country advocate for more renewable energy.
Well, amen to that. And we know China is way ahead of us. China also uses carbon footprint, but also they're trying to balance it out. And we're falling behind as we weren't until just recently.
Yeah. It's really, it really is a sad thing, Robert. This we had such a great plan. There's also a great story in Canary Media that talks about how the Trump administration gutted the Department of Energy.
Hmm.
In your exact words, Robert, it's just a sad, sad state of affairs that we are in this country at. And I just, when we look at, we were what, a couple of million voters short of,
Hmm.
winning, and 89 million people did not vote.
Yeah.
I just want to let everyone know that your votes count. There are consequences to elections, and get out next time.
Hey, really excited to just want to jump into this. Wendy talked about this yesterday. Is Tuesday's special election in Tennessee's 7th congressional district. Normally it's a conservative stronghold, but there may be some things happening tonight, and so we're going to really look into that. And a good place. Let's get out there and vote. People are listening in Tennessee. We got to flip this and flip it quick.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Robert. I think that you're starting to see the blue wave take place across the country, and I am predicting the Solar Bear is predicting that seat to turn blue, because
Yes.
I think many people are very fed up with what's happening right now.
That's
So
a prediction by the Solar Bear right there.
that's a
You
prediction
all
by the
heard it.
Solar
Let me
Bear.
let me get the applause up there.
And Robert, lastly, I want to talk about the Solar Bear with the sports. Adam Thielen wide receiver Adam Thielen requested to be released from the Minnesota Vikings. He is a hometown boy. He's a hometown state guy, and has been an All-Pro and has been a leader in the community.
Yes.
Is just a wonderful athlete, and wish him the best of luck. But he's probably going to be retiring here. This is his last season. But he did request a parting of the ways from the Minnesota Vikings. And so, good luck to him. I think what's going to have to be happening here is to Ziggy and Mark Wolf. You guys are going to have to make some decisions about it. Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi. I don't know which one, but someone's going to have to, take some responsibility for what's happened to this team. You don't go from 14-3 to last place in the division in a year. So, anyways, that's Solar Bear's opinion.
Hey, wait a minute. And I'll buy it.
And then last but not least, the Minnesota Timberwolves or Minnesota Wild are playing. They're having a good season so far, Robert. I'm expecting the Minnesota Timberwolves to go to the 3rd straight Eastern Conference Finals. You guys heard it here. And I believe this is the year that we make the hump. We go over the hump and we get to the finals. So,
all right. Well, you heard it here. We'll have to hold on to this recording and hold you to it.
And I'm also predicting that the Minnesota Wild, I don't think the Florida Panthers are going to win 3 straight Stanley Cups in a row. I think the Minnesota Wild is going to also make it to the finals. It's going to be tough to get to the cup, but I believe that we're going to be competitive this year. They're on like a 6. They were on a really good streak here just recently, so they're looking really good, Robert. And so I'm really excited for the Minnesota Wild and for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, Bob, this, and I haven't really talked about it because being Ho-Chunk a little butthurt, but they did a whole game in Ojibwe a couple of nights ago, and that was fabulous, and a lot of play on that, and good on the Wild.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, the Minnesota Wild has been great with the Native community, whether it's Dakota, Ojibwe, all that. You know what I mean?
Ho-Chunk.
Ho-Chunk. They've been really, really, really great in collaborating with our communities here. And so that's wonderful. Anything Native, I'm supportive, no matter what it is, what tribe is being representative. There's so few of us, so we got to stick together. So I'm really happy with that game, and I listened to it. I had a year. I completed my year of Ojibwe. I was in the Ojibwe Bowl. I was in the Language Bowl, by the way, too. And you know who we lost to? We lost to the University of Minnesota. Here's what I didn't know. Those hockey players were taking Ojibwe, and they said they were speaking Ojibwe out on the
rink?
Out on the rink. Yeah, that was crazy. But we were beat.
Cool.
We were beat by a bunch of hockey players from the University of Minnesota.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
But
Somebody
Dennis
should do
Jones,
Somebody should do a documentary on that.
Dennis Jones was their instructor. And speaking of documentary, Robert, January 12th, 2026 on PBS is going to be 50 States of Sustainability, which is going to be the Solar Bear native son Bob Blake story. So it's going to be airing. And then the BBC will be coming out with another program on me, and that will be featured worldwide. And guys, also today is Giving Tuesday. So please give to your favorite nonprofit or the nonprofit that you believe in. Today is Giving Tuesday, and they really do rely on these dollars to do the good work that they do in our community. So just want to put that out there too, Robert.
No, that's great, Robert. Really, I'm glad you brought that up, and I really appreciate you. Hey, thank you. And we got 30 seconds left. Let's hear it.
Yeah, that was the Solar Bear with the solar news. And real quickly, Robert, Shoveling Angels in St. Paul, we could use your help. I go out and I go shovel people's older people, so check it out. It's on my Facebook page, but it's a really cool thing because this winter is going to be long. So we're going to need all the people we can to help out those elderly folks in our community.
Wow. Great advice. And thank you, Bob. We'll talk to you soon. This is Native Roots Radio. We'll be right back.
We are Alusa Nation.
MNsure is a proud supporter of Native Roots Radio. Looking for health insurance but not sure where to start? MNsure has you covered. You can find discounts, compare private health plans, and see if you qualify for free or low-cost insurance plans, plus get help from an expert so you can save on the coverage you need. Enroll online by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Get started today at mnsure.org. That's mnsure.org.
Time is running out to see Matrilineal Memory by hobby artist Michaela Schaefer at All My Relations Arts in Minneapolis. This moving exhibition of painting, poetry, and installation art explores memory's fragility and strength, honoring stories passed through generations. The show closes December 13th, so don't miss your chance to experience this transformative work. Visit All My Relations Arts before it's gone. Learn more about exhibition hours and events at allmyrelationsarts.org.
A reminder to anyone who rides Metro buses. That means the A, B, C, D, gold, orange, or red lines. Remember to pay your fare before you get on. Either buy a ticket at your station's ticket machine, tap your go-to card, or pass to the reader at the station, or activate a ticket on the Metro Transit app. Have your proof of payment ready to show to trip agents if asked, or risk getting a citation. Thanks for riding with Metro Transit. Again, that's Metro Transit.
If you're in need of food resources, Hennepin County is here to help. Food shelves near you are ready with fresh, nutritious food. SNAP remains open. You can continue applying for benefits. If you are expecting or have children ages 0 to 5, WIC can provide even more support. Get connected to free or low-cost food resources near you at hennepin.us/food-help. Again, that address is hennepin.us/food-help. AM 950 KTNF, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Hi, I'm Mary T. I'm a proud supporter of AM 950. because this station shares the values that I care about most: community, connection, and making a difference. Just like AM 950, I believe in using our energies, our resources, and our voices to lift up others. That's why I started the Mary T. Scholar Program at the University of Minnesota College of Education and Human Development, providing graduate students with internships internationally. For over the past 10 years, our students have served communities in Laos, Cambodia, Nepal, India, Cameroon, and Thailand, gaining experience and helping people in ways that really make a difference. Supporting AM 950 fosters conversation, awareness, and action in our communities. It's about shared values and believing that together we can make a difference. Visit MaryTinc.com to learn more about the work that we do.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilio. Tonight, a chance of snow with a low of 14, then Wednesday, clearing with a high of 17. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has the best roast beef sandwiches in the Twin Cities, but don't miss out on the other great selections like chicken, brisket, Philly steak, and more. Maverick's is in Roseville on Lexington Avenue, 1 mile south of Highway 36. Visit mavericksbeef.com.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio Presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Native Roots Radio. Hey, we have our friend Suzanne Nash on, and we got a lot to talk about. Thank you so much. You're on mute right now, and thank you so much for being on Native Roots Radio. I like that background for you. Good to see you. Hoa.
Bonjour.
Hey, welcome. I was at the Minneapolis American Indian Center today, and I saw your product. Let's talk about that, and let's really get into it.
Yeah, so it's called Indigi-baby food, and we started this. I think it was maybe, I want to say 9 years ago. Started the concept of thinking about reducing diabetes among our communities and relatives. And we thought, the first thing I said, we probably need to start with babies. And if we want to reduce, we had a grant, we were working with little ones. I think it was kindergarten through 5th grade. And so we really saw a need to begin to think about going, from breastfeeding to straight to natural baby food that doesn't have any preservatives or sugar in it. So, and that's where the story began.
Yeah, that's awesome. So where can people find more information? And I'm going to ask you a couple times in this segment so the people that are driving can get this in their brain and figure out how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, so Indigenous Peoples Task Force is the founder of Indigi-baby. And we have a website called Indigi-baby. So you can go to the website and you can order the food right online. I'm not sure if the cart is yet available. We've just finished the website launching that recently. And so I think they're working about getting the cart set up. But there's information to contact us. We can deliver the baby food to you. Last year we kind of did like the business to business model, organization, different Native organizations were buying the baby food to gift to their programs where they're working with moms and babies or doula programs so it kind of started off like that, and we're growing, and we're hoping to have it in all the stores across the United States, hopefully someday. I'm optimistic.
Cool.
It'll happen.
Yeah, that's great. It's got to start like this. So what are the age groups for this food?
So they're for babies, but toddlers, babies, toddlers. And we were even talking about elders could probably even use the baby food as they get older. They need the nutrition and it's soft. We've also had people blend it in smoothies and saying it's a great way to get the antioxidants they need.
So what is it? And it sounds like antioxidant. Sounds like there's some berries and things like that.
Yeah.
Tell us,
So,
not the secret recipe, but tell us generally what's in it. Oh,
yeah. So, so we're using our cultural foods, right? So we have wild rice, and that has a, great amount of antioxidants in it. And then there's wild rice blueberry. And then we have Yeti squash and butternut squash. These are heirloom seeds. So they're organic, have never had any pesticides or preservatives. We've been growing these out at our farm. And then we have sweet potato, black bean, turtle bean.
Oh.
And then just plain wild rice. So we have 5 recipes right now.
So what kind of response have you had? And I know you said you've been working on this for 9 years. What kind of response from the community? People coming back and saying it's really delicious and our baby loves it and they're really getting on the good health beginning?
Yeah. So, like I said, it started off where we were sampling. We came up with the recipes. We played with that for a while. We had to get the license. That took a while. We had to find a food manufacturer, to package the baby food for us. So we recently just did some of our interns here at IPGF did some TikTok videos, interviews, walking around asking community what they thought about it. And they really liked it, like the flavor, they liked the texture. There's a few adults that walked away with it and said, "Can I take this home?" So a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, well, we have, as you know, we have 16-month-old grandbabies, and boy, we should try it on them and have them because the boy, which is it's a boy and a girl, Suzanne, and the boy is kind of finicky, and we'll have to see if he likes something like that.
Yeah, just let me know. Well, I'll see you soon, and I'll bring you some at the next meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's next week. That's exciting, and I'll be in town. And so
Mhm.
again, we got a few more minutes here, and let's talk about how people can name the website again, and how people can find out more information about this and your group.
Yeah, Indigi-baby.org.
Very cool. And then let's talk about the group that you came from that came up with this idea a little bit.
So it was myself and my Aunt Doreen Day, and then like I said, we had what's called the Return to First Medicines program, the Get to Garden curriculum, which is called the Teaching Garden curriculum, and we had been working with that curriculum and working with youth around gardening, growing your own foods, planting tobacco, all of our cultural teachings around, basically Sema, tobacco first, teaching about the songs that come with growing and planting. And we taught them how to do smoothies, and it was really a conversation we had with Sharon Day about, the whole project was to reduce diabetes, like I said. So we were talking to her, and she said, Indigi-baby, that's it. And she talked to the board, and at that time, I wanted to do this compost tea brew that I was trying to sell to the board. The compost tea is to help regenerate the soil people and to give them back all the nutrients they need in the soil without using preservatives or pesticides. I pitched that to them, and Sharon pitched Indigi-baby to them, and they said, we love the thought of Indigi-baby. And Don Crowfoot said, I could see it in every store. And Sharon said, so can I. And so, we jumped about it. We did it. And it took us a while to get here. But there's a lot to learn in preserving the food, getting it to taste right without using any sugar or preservatives, and the whole license, the business part of it. Yeah.
And the industrial kitchen too, because you can people that are listening out there, they can wholesale to this great product.
Yes. Yeah, and we have our new building being built. It should be built in April. We are going to have a commercial kitchen, and where we'll be serving food, different food each day to feed the community. I'm not sure what that's going to look like yet, but I also know that we may let other upcoming chefs or people that need to use kitchen space to, become chefs or to do things, as we know that's always been an issue, finding kitchen space to practice being a chef, or even to practice making these. We did these in our kitchen here.
Yeah, that is such a great idea, because I know going to markets and things like that, because, we have that store down in Dayton's and we're at the fair, is to ask people if they can wholesale, and they can't because they don't have the kitchens, or they don't have the kitchens. And so that's huge.
Yeah, right. And so that's why we had to find a manufacturer that would package the baby food for us, but we're small. Not too many people wanted to take us on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's Indigi-baby.org. I can't wait. I can't wait to put it in my smoothie. And Suzanne, we got to have you come on again and talk more about this, because this is what Indian Country is doing. This is not a big group. This is an organization that came up with a great idea and saw a need. And we want to promote that as much as we can here on Native Roots Radio, because that's what we do here.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we love it. And we're hoping to see some of our staff out there at tables like you've seen today, selling the product. Maybe it's a buy one, get one free to get it out there. We've just been kind of trying to figure out a way to promote it. We just got the website done. We're looking at getting some marketing pieces done around it. That's a little bit challenging, again, because we're a nonprofit. And so we're still trying to figure that part out.
Yeah, well, I want you to come on more and talk about it now that it sounds like you got your ducks in a row, and that's a good thing for our community. Again, Indigi-baby .org, and we are talking to Suzanne Nash, and thank you so much for coming on, and we got to do this again. Any last thing? We got a minute left here that you want to say. I would
still like to say that, and the Indigi-baby, the face for the baby food is a real Indigi-baby from a friend of ours, Melissa Lewis, who's a professor. She used to work at the Duluth and University in Duluth, and she's in Oklahoma and has her own business where she works with moms and babies. And this is her little guy, who is now, I think he is now 7. So it's Indigi-baby, and we love it. Yeah.
Well, we love it too here, and thank you so much for coming on. And I'll see you next week, and then we'll talk more how we can work together to get this great product out there.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll share the QR code with you too. I'll send you that via email, and then you can put that on your radio.
Right on. Great. Thank you so much for coming on. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and we'll be right back with Natalie talking about what's happening in Minneapolis American Indian Center. This is Native Roots Radio. Thanks, Suzanne.
We are Alusa Nation.
If you're in need of food resources, Hennepin County is here to help. Food shelves near you are ready with fresh, nutritious food. SNAP remains open. You can continue applying for benefits. If you are expecting or have children ages 0 to 5, WIC can provide even more support. Get connected to free or low-cost food resources near you at hennepin.us/food-help. Again, that address is hennepin.us/food-help.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune into Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Minnesotans age 65 plus might qualify for Health Partners Minnesota Senior Health Options. The easy all-in-one plan includes personal support, coverage for medical, prescription drugs, and dental, plus many extra benefits. Eligibility information is available at healthpartners.com/oneplan. Health Partners is a health plan that contracts with both Medicare and the Minnesota Medical Assistance Medicaid program to provide benefits of both programs to enrollees. Enrollment in Health Partners depends on contract renewal.
A reminder to anyone who rides Metro buses. That means the A, B, C, D, gold, orange, or red lines. Remember to pay your fare before you get on. Either buy a ticket at your station's ticket machine, tap your go-to card, or pass to the reader at the station, or activate a ticket on the Metro Transit app. Have your proof of payment ready to show to trip agents if asked, or risk getting a citation. Thanks for riding with Metro Transit. Again, that's Metro Transit.
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Native Roots Radio, and I am Robert Pilot. Hey, we have our friend Natalie on, and Natalie, great to see you, and let's talk about right away what's been going on and how have you been and what's happening at the Minneapolis American Indian Center. Welcome to Native Roots Radio.
Bonjour, Robert. Long time no see.
Yeah.
We're joking because we saw each other about an hour ago. So
Exactly. A lot going on. Always turning around, and I didn't know this was happening until I was texting Alex of Native American Community Development, just checking in and see how she's doing. She goes, "Come on down to this."
yeah, it's a place to be today. We had our first Festive Franklin event. So we invited all the Native orgs in the area to come and just table and kind of create a space where everyone could come and learn about what everyone's doing, because there's so many great resources and everyone's doing this incredible work serving the community. So yeah, we invited everyone to come. There was crafts and art activities, food from Gatherings Cafe and Powwow Grounds. So some really good fry bread, and yeah, it's just a good, I don't know, it's kind of like a big networking event. Everyone was just hanging out and catching up and spending time together before the holidays. So it's the place to be today.
It definitely was. And I feel sorry for you, Natalie, because you are running around the communications director there at the Minneapolis American Indian Center, but there's so much more that you do. It's got to be, I mean, there's stuff happening there all the time.
Yeah, well, we've got a really good team. I mean, there's, I think, 58 of us on staff, and everyone just helps each other out. And yeah, there was a bunch of us who helped make that event happen today, and NACD too. So yeah, we had a lot of people who put that on, and just, yeah. And I mean, you're there almost every day, you know, there's a lot of things happening and a lot of people that come together to make it happen.
Well, I got to get a desk next to your office there, and so I can feel a little more at ease and leave some things there so I don't have to carry my man purse with me all the time.
Right. I think we should give you a booth in Gatherings. You should have your own little spot back there. Just
hopefully by the window. I like looking out the window.
Uh-huh.
So what is going on there? What's happening this week? Let's try and get an update. I know there's some things happening. I did see that the basketball I saw a sign in the store sign at the building that there was no basketball happening. What else is going on there?
Yeah, so our fitness center, we're doing a big revamp right now. We got a bunch of new equipment and stuff coming in, and our staff are doing training. So our fitness and nutrition programs are paused through the month of December, but there's still a bunch of other stuff going on. The big one, we have an arts and crafts market this weekend. It's the From Heart to Hand Benefit Arts and Craft Market that our Two Rivers Gallery is putting on. And it's the second one that they've ever done, but it's tons of local Native vendors and vendors from across the country coming in. There's going to be food, just lots of art, kid activities, family-friendly activities. They got artist Patrick Blanchard. He's going to be doing a live painting demonstration. And
wow.
Yeah, there'll be other entertainers, and Gatherings Cafe will be open all weekend. Charlie's Woodland Indian Craft Shop is open. So that's going to be a really big event. Last year we had tons of people at it, and it's 10 to 4 this Saturday and Sunday at the center.
Well, talk a little bit too where you are, because we have a vast audience across Turtle Island. We're all over Wisconsin and Michigan and Iowa too. I know it's one of going to on Franklin Avenue, the Native Corridor, and also stopping at Powwow Grounds and coming by Minneapolis Indian Center, American Indian Center. Is talk about where this is, and so people that are coming in town can come by and stop by, because it's the like Charlie's Place is always open, the restaurant's always open, there's a gallery, and just stop in. Where are you?
Yeah, so we are right on Franklin Avenue in South Minneapolis. So we're the Minneapolis American Indian Center. And yeah, we're in the heart of the American Indian Cultural Corridor. So we're surrounded by other Native organizations, and it's really hard to miss us. We underwent a big $32.5 million renovation and reopened last year. And so we're this big, beautiful new building that's got incredible woodwork, and I feel like we really stand as like a testament to all the progress that's been made in the community. But yeah, we're right in the heart of it. 1530 East Franklin Avenue, South Minneapolis is where we're at. And yeah, everyone is welcome. The event this weekend is open to anybody. Entry is $2 or a non-perishable food item. And all the proceeds from it go right back to local artists. So it's a really good cause, and anything that you buy, you're buying local. You're helping Native artists, you're just keeping money in the community, and there's just going to be a lot of really beautiful stuff. So everyone, if you're in town, come on by and hang out and be in community.
And as for Natalie, where is Natalie? Natalie will be running around taking care of things, putting out fires and things like that, right, Nat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm like a little shark. You just don't stop moving.
That's funny. Yeah, definitely. And what else is going on? I know you have weekly things that are happening, and now we're after the holiday week. Now we're back into regular schedule stuff. What else is going on?
Yeah, so big event. Every Wednesday we have our drum and dance. So our Culture Language Arts Network team puts that on. And that's a really awesome opportunity where anyone can come and practice for powwow season. So there's drum groups, there's dancers, they have dance instructors. So even if you've never danced before and want to learn, they've got people there to help. You can come practice. They've got regalia that our elders make. So even if you don't have your own, you can come and borrow some, wear some. You can just come and watch. We have a lot of elders and families who just come and hang out and be in community, and it's kind of a really fun social gathering in the middle of the week, and we get people of all ages. There's kids running around, there's elders who their powwow dancing days are behind them, but they just love coming and being there and watching what's going on. So
Is one of my former students, is she still kind of instructing Misko? Is she still really involved in that?
yeah, Misko is still really involved in the Culture Language Arts Network. She does a lot of the language programming. So they work, they have our Ojibwe and Dakota language classes. But one of the coolest things they do is they work with our Boys and Girls Club teens, and they're teaching them technology and Dakota and Ojibwe. So they're making like podcasts and videos. And I think I talked about that last week too. But yeah, they just are teaching kids all these really cool technology skills, and then are using the languages. So they're making videos and stuff for social media where they're talking to each other in Dakota and talking in Ojibwe, and just really finding ways to like make the learning fun and engaging in a way that kids relate to and they can carry it forward.
Yeah, we were talking with Bob Blake earlier on in the show about what the Wild did with they did the whole game in Ojibwe. They had Ojibwe announcers, and that was fabulous that they did that. And that doesn't come easy. That comes with a lot of learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, people like Misko and everyone that are really helping set up that next generation. Did you watch that stream? I missed it, but that would have been amazing to see.
Well, it's out there still. I believe you can see it on YouTube, but I was a little butthurt because it wasn't in Ho Chunk. Just kidding.
Next time we gotta keep advocating for it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, we only got like a minute left here. What else do you want to say to our listening audience here about the Minneapolis American Indian Center and how to get a hold of people and the website and all those things?
Yeah, so the Minneapolis American Indian Center, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Our website is maicnet.org. Yeah, any of those places you can keep up with what's going on here. But yeah, every day there's a bunch of things going on. So I recommend checking out Facebook because we're posting every week a schedule of what's going on. And there's something for everybody. Everybody's welcome, and we'd love to have you there.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on as usual, and we'll probably see you sooner than next week and have you on again and give some great updates. Thank you so much, Natalie.
Thanks, Robert. I'm sure I'll see you at the center soon.
Yeah, exactly. She's not kidding. Hey, if you're listening to this show, you're part of the resistance. From Chief Plenty Coops, the ground on which we stand on. It's sacred ground. It's the blood of our ancestors. We need to resist, divest, join a group, run for office, and vote. We're still here. We are the 7th generation.
If you're in need